This is Ashish Bhatnagar, Assistant Professor, IMS, University Course Campus, Ghaziabad, Computer Science Department. On today, I will discuss the another topic in MS Excel, or you can say in Advanced Excel, which is VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is basically a function, and it contains some arguments. What exactly is, if you want to fetch the query for this in our database, for this we are using the VLOOKUP functions. So, for example, if I have one case study, let's say I want to fetch the name of a student whose roll number is suppose 101. So this type of query can be handled with the help of VLOOKUP functions in MS Excel. So let me consider. In Microsoft Excel, VLOOKUP means a vertical lookup is a powerful function in Microsoft Excel that allows you to search for a value in a specific columns or a table or a range and retrieve information from that row. Basically, V means vertical, and this will work inside the Excel as a row options. Excel database has divided, you can say the Excel sheet has divided into two fragments. First is a column, second is a row. So VLOOKUP can work the row wise. You can say VLOOKUP can fetch the data, fetch the information as a row wise. So here the definition says also it's a powerful function in Microsoft Excel that allow you to search for a value in a specific column of a table or a range to retrieve information from that particular row. Okay, so for this we have to consider either the row and the column, but specifically VLOOKUP is, if I discuss about the VLOOKUP, so V means vertical, and we have the column in a vertical position, like in MS Excel spreadsheet, the column is A, B, C, D, E, and lots more. But that means VLOOKUP functions can work only at the column positions. Yes. So before starting the demonstration, you can say a practical concept in the MS Excel, how to use a VLOOKUP. So let me explain the basic syntax of VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP means you have four arguments. First is the lookup value, second is a table array, third is a column index number, and fourth is a range lookup. The first one is lookup value, which particular field value I am just looking for. So this field value can be shift here in this first argument. Table array, it means the collection of all records in a given table. As you can say, the table matrix we have to design in the MS Excel as a table array. Column index number, of course, because as we are using the vertical lookup, so that means we are just seems the concept which particular column index number is to be given here. By default, the first column seems as a first column index number. The second, you can say the column seems as a second column index number, and so on. And the fourth argument is a range lookup. Range lookup means whatever you want to fetch the exact value or the approximate value. So for this we are using the range lookup. Yeah. So these are the basically a demonstration of all arguments, like the lookup value, the value to be searched for the first in the first column of the table. Table array means the range of cell that contains the data. The first column of this range is where VLOOKUP will search for the lookup values, right? Third is column index number, the column number in the table from which to retrieve the values. The first column in the table is by default 1, and second column is by default second 2, and so on. And range lookup, this is an optional argument if true or omitted. If you basically, this is not mandatory field. The fourth argument is not mandatory. If you specify the true, so that means this will look for an approximate match, and if you specify the false, so definitely it will look for an exact match. Okay, so let us consider an example. So we have just to consider a one basic small database. So where in the column A and column B we have the two you can say the data fields like the student ID and the student name have records, data records like a 101, 102, 103, and a student name like John, Ashish Bhatnagar, Bob Johnson. So these are some names which is defined inside this table, and we have to create this table in the Excel format. And my query is, I want to find the name of a student whose ID is 102. The question is very clear. To see this database, is looking this. Of course, it's my name, Ashish Bhatnagar. Will fetch it out. But how the VLOOKUP function work to fetch the particular query, right? So come to the point. So for this, we are using apply the formula equal to VLOOKUP 102. 102, of course, if I discuss once again, is a 102 is a particular ID, student ID, and A2 colon B4. A2 colon B4 is a array matrix. You can say the overall records you have to search in the form of range. In the form of range, we have to define all the records. Comma 2 is a third argument. 2 is a column index number. Again, I am repeating, 2 is a column index number, indicating that we want to retrieve data from the second column, that is a student name. And false specify an exact match. Yes, I want to find the exact match. If you omit this fourth argument, so there will be no any problem. The query will be executed. The function will be executed accordingly, right? So of course, the formula will return my name. Let's say Ashish Bhatnagar, because Ashish Bhatnagar have the roll number 102. Okay, and this is the student ID, and we'll fetch it out through this particular function. So the conclusion is, to adjust the cell reference and columns number based on your specific data requirement, this is mandatory. This is a pre-requirement, whatever you will have to use, whatever you have to define the VLOOKUP. And of course, VLOOKUP is a versatile function that can be incredibly helpful in various data analysis scenario in Excel. Of course, any complex, you can say, data we have, and I want to fetch a specific record either as a column wise, so we have to use the VLOOKUP function. So I hope this function is clear to everyone. And of course, this is a very interesting function. So please do practice yourself. Take care. Bye bye.